everyone. It's Anahata. How are you? Welcome. We're going to get this party started with a 5-minute countdown so that people can join. Now, I won't be able to see your comments, but rest assured, if you have any questions, you can place them in the live feed here, and I will answer them when we are done. So if you want to just take a moment, we're going to do a 5-minute countdown before we begin this pineal gland activation ceremony. And if you want to just mention where you're tuning in from. Also, I want to say there will be a recording of this in case for some weird reason your Facebook is glitchy or the connection's not stable or I'm not coming in well, if you can't hear me, there will be a replay. So let's get this party started. Let us know where in the world are you tuning in from. I'm in Southwest Florida. Also, if you haven't gotten a glass of water yet, do so. Just 4 ounces or so is fine, or more if you want to sip on it. We are going to be infusing water as well. So where are you tuning in from around the world? To make sure people are entering in the room. Yay, the live video is going. All right, guys, I'm so excited to share with you this information. And I know I say this a lot, but it truly is going to transform everything in your life. The way you look at things, what you receive, the way you create, your presence, the level of joy you have, the level of energy you have. And I just can't wait to share this with you all today. So we're going to go for an hour, and we'll get into it in 3 minutes and 33 seconds. So excited to get going. Again, if you are just entering the room, go ahead and let us know where in the world you are tuning in from. It's been rather chilly here in Southwest Florida, but nothing compared to the Arctic blasts I hear you all are getting. All righty. We are getting close, guys. 3 minutes, and we will begin the presentation. You are here for the pineal gland waterbending ceremony activation. Very excited to host this with you all. That might as well be me there dancing. I'm so excited. All right, so where in the world are you tuning in from? We're going to get going in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If you haven't already, do go grab a glass of water. You will need it. We're going to be infusing pineal gland activation assisting frequency into the water and drinking it prior to taking our 21-minute guided journey. You're going to want to have some water on hand. And again, this will be in replay. If for some weird reason you're not let into the room or it glitches out or you can't hear me well, I am going to be formatting this for video and posting it so that you can reference it again. So where in the world are you tuning in from? We have about 90 seconds to go. Introduce yourself and of course, welcome in this sacred space. Got about a minute left. I'm so excited. Grab some water if you haven't already. Have it on hand. We will get going in just 1 minute. You could end all distractions. You're going to want to pay attention. We're going to go a mile a minute. Here I am. Oh, that was a fun day. Running out to the water, of course, my life's mission to help us remember how to use water in the ways that God intended, that have been veiled from us for centuries. All right, guys, count down with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm so excited you guys are here. I'm going to just share my screen with the presentation now. So welcome in, guys. You are here for the Waterbending Pineal Gland Activation. We are going to go fast for 60 minutes. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we have such an urgency right now on the planet. My mission is to empower people to remember that you are actually the author of your life. We need to start taking our eyes off the storm, putting our eye on our unity and our connection to divinity, and really understanding that all is here and that we get what we focus on, and that we are alchemists. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transmuted and transformed. So we are here to create the new world. You are that important. And while it may seem like humanity is going to the dogs, destruction, transformation is required to birth the new. This is the dark night of the collective soul. And so if you've been feeling emotional like I have, honor that detoxing, that coming up to speed with who we are, what we came here to do. The earth energies right now are all about rapid cleansing. It's about you as a planetary healer rising up and remembering. We are remembering together who we truly are so that we can empower ourselves to integrate this shadow. And so you're being called to show up as a leader, which is why I put this program together, because I have rediscovered through remembering, Ask, Align, Allow, Activate, Waterbending. And my book just went bestseller. I think it's because the world is ready. So today's workshop, I'm going to explain to you the mystical and practical magnificence of the pineal gland and why you want to optimize it. Many of you already know this, but this will be totally new information. I'm going to explain to you what water science is and the revolutionary way to upgrade your DNA in order to manifest anything you desire: health, wealth, purpose, love, joy, anything you desire. And then the potential you have to activate your pineal gland using waterbending. And then we're going to just go ahead and do it all right now. Plus, the last 20 minutes is going to be the activation, the guided journey after we infuse our water with the assisting frequency. It's going to be a whole new world. So please do grab some water if you haven't already. Have a glass on hand. Now let's talk about the pineal gland quickly. We don't have a lot of time, guys. We got to get right into it. The pineal gland actually is responsible for your elevated states of joy, if you didn't know that. It's also a radio receiver, okay? It's a lens. And think about what you can do if you optimize that lens and you connect in with the Wi-Fi of God, Creator. Imagine how that's going to optimize your body. Imagine how that's going to optimize your vision and the way you create in the world. And so it's the size of a pea, tiny little endocrine gland, and it's responsible for secreting melatonin, which is potentially why many of you may not be sleeping very well. We are under attack in terms of the chemicals and the things that are being imposed upon us to keep us dumb and keep us veiled and keep us disconnected. If you haven't noticed, the fear, the false evidence appearing real, it's there. And so we need to just take back our power. And there are many ancient cultures that have talked about pineal glands being your connection to divinity. And when we activate this gland, we're essentially unstoppable. And I want to just remind you that the greatest technology hidden from you is your own consciousness. And boy, they've done a good job, but now the masses are awakening. Here's the pineal gland. You can see it's tiny. Rene Descartes said that it was the seat of the soul. And, you know, the chakra system even aligns with all of that. The chakra system correlates to the glands in the body. And so in terms of where your glands are, pineal gland sits behind is the ajna, which is the third eye, which corresponds to the sixth chakra, of course. They have found that there are photoreceptors on this lens, and ancient wisdom knew all along about that. And again, it's been veiled, it's been covered up on purpose. And so they've recently found, which is incredible, microcrystals surrounding the pineal gland. And people like Dr. Joe Dispenza are doing work to activate or turn on that divine Wi-Fi through activating those crystals. And now they use breath work. We're using water, baby, and it's going to revolutionize the planet. I believe the answer is in the water, and I'll tell you why. We understand that water surrounds our DNA, or do you? Do you think of that, right? We are so fixated on matter that we forget that we are 99% water molecularly, okay? Our genes are regulated through our bio water. We are water. Some of you reached out and said, why do I have this weird feeling that we are water? Because we are. That's what we are. And our pineal gland is also surrounded by bio water. And so when we aren't working with bio water, we are missing out on 99% of our magnetism, because we are electromagnetic beings. Electricity from your thoughts, which is measurable, EKGs, etc., and magnetism through your heart, which is also measurable, heart math, other places. So it's through this electromagnetic energy that's pulsing out from us that we draw to us the people, places, and things which become our experiences. And so our body, our physical body, it actually is running on default. So you are 90% subconscious. We only use 10% of our brains consciously. The rest is filed away. And Dr. Bruce Lipton says that 70% of that 90% is fear-based, doesn't serve our expansion and our evolution. So this is another reason why I'm bringing this to the forefront of the world. I've got 7 interviews coming up in the next 12 days, podcasts all around the world, and then more after that. And it's going to be incredible what we all learn together through this technology. I'm so blessed to be the one bringing it to the world. And, you know, my recent book, Light Memory An Alchemist Guide to Waterbending, I'll tell you how you can grab a copy, an autographed copy at the end. If 70% of our magnetism, our thoughts, don't serve us, what to do? Well, restructure the subconscious. And everyone likes to think that that's a mental capacity. But guess what? Your subconscious is your body. So when we can reprogram the cells, you get all of you on board with all of you, and you become a magnet to actuating your goals, your desires. And it's the reason why you haven't achieved something yet, is because part of you is in discordant to it, right? It's not your identity yet. You haven't experienced it. It's catch-22. It's like, well, for someone else, that's okay, but not for me, because it's not part of my identity. But when you can zoom out to your super conscious self and get all of you on board, your ego says, oh, okay, this is okay. It's not so dangerous, right? It's the known, it's familiar. And so your best future moving forward is when you can override the cybernetics, which are set to your current mode of reality. so that you can actually become who you want to become. So how the heck did all of this occur? We don't have time to go into all of it. It's in my book. Basically, I remembered a memory from when I was a Muin 17,000 years ago, a waterbender. It was incredible. The other layer to this is that I'm a Hollowell, and that is of the holy well. That is the root, my lineage, okay? And waterbending is a limitless implication. I manifested my soulmate within 24 hours after drinking my water elixir. So again, when we program our water here in a minute, and again, hopefully you have a glass of water on hand. If not, go grab one. When we program and drink that water, you're going to have upgrades occurring over the next week at least, and longer if you end up practicing other facets of this beautiful work. So I want to let you know that this isn't just me like hypothesizing. There are many scientists that are now speaking out about water science. And I love it because the more they do that, the more science is catching up to validate what I already know to be true. And I want to play a segment from a Zach Bush interview now, which is eye-opening to say the least. Here we go.
The viruses are here to show us a new pathway forward past the chemical milieu, past the trauma. Most importantly, in this decade, perhaps past fear and guilt. And what's happening in the revolution of water science right now starts to bring us back to the previous discussion of energetic medicine versus Newtonian biologic belief. The water molecule is certainly the most unique and critical molecule on the planet.
Amen.
Because it's the only one that really functions as a translation unit from the biophysical field of energetics into biology. And it does that by the vibrational state of this strange molecule. H2O is the most nefarious of compounds. It's never H2O, which we've always been told it was. Mm-hmm. It's always OH. And every millionth of a second or so, it switches hydrogens. And so it's an oxygen that's in this quantum state of plasma, basically, with this energetic field around it as it's releasing and gaining hydrogen. Hydrogen, of course, when letting go of its electron, is a proton, a naked proton. And the work of Nassim Haramein and others have now demonstrated that the most complete model of the human proton is a black hole. It's a 64 double tetrahedron spinning in a double torus to create the exact form and function of the black hole in the center of our galaxy. And interestingly, black holes have long been recognized by the astrophysicists to all be connected by wormholes. Stephen Hawkins discovered the Hawkins particles, which was emissions of information coming out of black holes and galaxies around the universe. He held, and many as others held initially, that was just chaotic information. It wasn't organized data. It wasn't organized knowledge. That now has been dismissed. It is structured information in the black holes in constant communication. So what is the fabric of the universe? What is the fabric of the knowledge field? What is God? Is starting to look like the sacred geometry of the black hole. And if every black hole communicates no matter on its fractal scale, then that proton that's released from water as a bare hydrogen lacking its electron for just a millionth of a second can connect to all information on the planet and in the universe through its black hole space. And so we have this possibility that we are spinning black holes constantly in the water state that is allowing transmission and reception of all of the information that we would be generating from our experiential existence. And so when we look down at the water structure in the human cell, there's a couple of very interesting phenomena that tie back to this virus story, which is the genetics of the viruses are certainly the genetics of every living being. So the human cell has 20,000 genes, which is a pathetically low number. Fruit fly has 13,000 genes. Flea has 30,000 genes. So you sit a little closer to a fruit fly than a flea in your genetic intelligence, except that it's not the genes that make your intelligence. It's the 98.5% of the rest of the DNA that didn't seem to be doing anything. We, in fact, called it junk DNA that seems to have all the intelligence in it.
Yes. It does indeed. So there's a few things I want to highlight there. Zach Bush, the entire segment's 2 hours, Aubrey Marcus show. I'll put the link in, actually, I think I already have in the assisting frequency group, but if you're listening to this in replay on YouTube, it will be in the referenced in the description as well, so you can see it. But there's a few things I want to highlight. And when he's talking about hydrogen, it's oscillating in and out, wave and particle, wave and particle. That's why water translates to light memory. So water holds and emits energy and information. At the center of every water molecule is a black hole, wormhole, that connects to every other molecule in the universe, both seen and unseen. So as I say in my book, water is the closest to ether, which is the all, which is our connectivity, what weaves us all together. And that makes so much sense because water is a unifier. It's cohesion. And it is a fractal because the water bonds, which I'm going to show you how that actually looks, creates amazing, intricate, sacred geometry upon which all energy and information flows. And that is the key to wellness, mind, body, and soul. Communication, unity. When we are separate, this is why fear does such a good job of isolating you. Your energy contracts, you feel separate, you're not connected. And that's the opposite of expansion, right? So it only makes sense that we need to remember how to work with the liquid crystalline supercomputer that is water. And technologies are proving that water not only holds energy and information inside the structure, but around it. So we're getting into, as Zach said, it's a bioconductor from the ether into the cell and vice versa. It's transference at its finest. And so Rumi, when he said, you are not a drop of water in the ocean, you are an entire ocean in a drop. How profound is that, right? It is a fractal. We have connection to all things because we are all things. Separation is an illusion. And once we can get past that, we break down the walls of the matrix and we become powerful creators. Again, when he was talking about the tetrahedron, right? The double star tetrahedron, that's the Merkaba. I talk about it a lot in my book, okay? That's the key. And that's what the water does. It's a liquid crystalline supercomputer. You can see the Merkaba here in Masaru Emoto's work. And what structures this is compassion, is gratitude, is wisdom, expansion. And what deconstructs the energy of water? Well, anything discordant, right? So it only makes sense. And here it is once again. No one's talking about this. No one's saying, oh, structured water looks like a six-sided double tetrahedron, except for me, because this is what I came here to do. I came here to help everyone remember how it works and what to do with that. And so they have found that H3O2 is structured. And what happens when you get structured water, well, they didn't say it's the tetrahedron, but I did. You can clearly see it. It's six-sided, six sides, and it holds hands. And the pollutants, okay? Anything that you're dealing with environmentally that's bombarding your body, you'll be able to push that out. And I'll show you how. Plus, you're going to have more energy. And I just want to say, I can't really blatantly talk about the health benefits because they won't have it. They'll cancel me. So just read between the lines. When your body is alkaline, it's cancer-free, it's virus-free. That's all I can say, okay? And you're energized. And here's how it looks, right? So there's negatively charged ions in the natural structure when he's talking about the photon, it rearranges and suddenly you have this amazing negative and positive next to each other, which is basically energy, prana flow. And I want to connect the dots with this before we infuse our water. Make sure you have a glass of water ready, and then we're going to take a journey as well. What we focus on grows. Okay, so now we're getting into thoughts, which are surrounded, our neurons in our brain are surrounded by water as well. And if our thoughts become things, and most of it's running on default, you can see that it's important to understand that we need to override our habitual thoughts to align with our best future rather than our past. And so when you combine thought or consciousness with your bio water plus the heart photons, okay, this is a study they did. When you have an active heart that is in gratitude, you are emitting 100,000 photons per second, as opposed to just 20 when you're not consciously focused on gratitude in your heart space. And so that's a lot of energy, 5,000 times more than the average human. And so we're going to use that right now. I'm going to play a video and we're going to infuse the water. Okay, let's do it now. So what I want you to do is just hold the water that you brought. Now, this is a fancy little vial that I found, but you can just hold the water, hold it. And as I play this video, the water molecules are going to join hands with yours through the wormhole, okay? The water molecules from my vial will connect with your vial, okay? So we're gonna be infusing water. And so as you watch this video, I just want you to activate joy and gratitude inside your heart space for this incredible transference that is happening in the morphic field. And then we're gonna drink it and take the journey. Let's just go ahead and watch this. That is a water-bending rock inside of there. It's been infused with the pineal gland activation, the assisting frequency. So again, just imagine the wormhole, the center of every molecule in that vial connecting to the water in your hand. It already tastes smoother, guys. If you did a taste test before, prepare to be amazed. It changes the structure of the water completely. All right. There's a chain reaction happening right now inside of your water, connected to Great Central Sun. About 60 seconds left and the water will be ready. Your water will be ready. And this is called well water. Every week I do grid work, but this week specifically it was the pineal gland assisting frequency for you that I encoded in this water, and that is now transferring from your water, from my water molecules into your water molecules. Look how cool this is. This has never happened. The video, I've been doing this for years. Look at it, it's vibrating, and then this rainbow heart wings appear on the side of the regular glass. It's never happened. I was like, wow. That's really cool. Yes. All right, guys. So we've got our water ready. Don't drink it yet. I want to drink it right before we press play on the guided journey. And before we press play on the guided journey, I want to let you all know that if you go to waterbendingrocks.com, you're going to get an autographed Light Memory book, my bestseller. You're going to get Waterbending Rocks themselves. They come in this cute little pouch. You receive 2 waterbending rocks. I teach you about the technology inside the book, okay? Far too much to go over in 60 seconds, but you'll experience it right now, the power of it. I want to share with you what you get. When you go to waterbendingrocks.com, you'll be able to order. It's $99 total. You're going to get an autographed copy of the book. You're going to get 2 waterbending rocks. You're going to get exclusive training videos and handbooks. You're going to get a guided water journey to visualize and step into your best future. Plus, the first 50 students are going to unlock a free week of my Rainbow Tribe content. And for more information on that, just go to waterbendingrocks.com. Here's a look at the member center. Once you purchase, it will be on its way, but you'll also have a digital copy of the Light Memory book. You'll have Waterbending Rocks training. This is a series of videos I put together and a workbook. Plus, you're going to get the guided pineal gland journey that we're about to go on. You're going to get that in digital format at a high res so that you can put on earphones and really sink into it. You're also going to connect with your future self through a shaman journey that I have prepared for you, where you drop in your waterbending rock. It's very interesting once you unlock all of this. And of course, you get the video that I just played, the Well Water Pineal Gland Activation. So feel free to make water for your pets, for your children, for your family, and have them drink it. We need more awake creators in the world. And so that's what you're going to get if you go to, and then the first 50 will unlock a bonus, which is a week's worth of Rainbow Tribe content via Quantum Motivation for Success, via a Megamorphosis Wednesday, via a Code Quest journey, and via Well Water. All right. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say about that. Go there if you want it. It's www.waterbendingrocks.com. And let's go ahead and play the journey. So this is going to be 21 minutes. And you're going to not want to drive. You want to just relax, sit somewhere. Okay, I'm going to play this video. It's just going to be sound. And so I'm going to actually turn off my screen because I'm going to take the journey too. But first, before we do, what you're going to want to do, and this is in my book too, is you want to activate the water. What you do for that is you swirl it and you tap and you say activate. Okay, there's reasons for that are included in my book. You can do it on anything sacred. I have this iolite crystal here that I'm going to tap mine on. Activate. So you just go activate. All right. And if you don't have a vial like that, you just swirl the water, swirl it, say activate. Okay. And so go ahead and drink your water. Notice that it's smoother, right? It's smoother. And this is actually going to communicate to every cell in your body as we take the journey. Amazing. Awesome. All right, guys. So I'm going to play this. It's going to be 21 minutes long, and then we'll end for today. I hope you had a good time. I know there's so much information coming through. Enjoy and relax into this. It's going to be quite a journey. So hold on here. Just going to mute my.
Relaxing now and ending any distraction that's tugging on your thoughts. Just let them all go. There's nowhere to be. You're already here. Gazing around the space you find yourself in, allow and celebrate the ripples of gratitude you have for the many blessings in your life and in this world. Let the breath circulate this gratitude. You may place your hands on your heart. Feel your life force energy with your breath and the gratitude vibration extending out from your heart. As you continue to take deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, allow the muscles of your body to begin to relax. You may choose to lie down or sit up. We are going to take a journey. Our bodies will remain rooted in the space we find ourselves in now, tethered, anchored to Mother Gaia in this time-space reality, safe. and sanctified through our gratitude and heart space. So as we get comfortable and begin to allow our body to deeply relax, I will count down from 10 to 1, and as I do, allow your eyelids to come closer and closer together. 10, 9, 8, feeling your body relaxing. 7, being cradled by Gaia. 6, 5, your eyes are fluttering now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Your eyes will remain closed for the rest of this journey. You will remain awake and very, very relaxed. In the darkness, there is nothing, and yet all things as potential. We can focus our consciousness wherever we want. Indeed, on the farthest reaches of the galaxy, instantaneously teleporting there, or within your sacred body, or both, for you are a mapping connected to the all as expansive universe, oneness, down to the singular level of you. And yet within your biome, in your biology, another universe. And so we see clearly in the dark the fractal nature of reality, as above, so below, as within, so without. And so there are universes within us awaiting exploration, and we, the superconscious energy that surround all processes. Yes, begin to view your conscious thought as superconscious awareness of the unified field that is ebbing and flowing inside of your body. Let us explore now the inner world as it becomes the macro universe simultaneously. We can go anywhere we desire within our bodies and zoom in to a microscopic level, choosing now to be within the soft space of the heart, the Anahata. In this beautiful area, there is a wormhole that connects you to all things across all space and time. We can go explore limitless dimensional reality and morphic field potential in this space. This mapping too is a fractal, for at the center of every cell is also a heart portal. And so wherever we go within our bodies now, we are met with this divine flow, this divine blueprint, this mapping that keeps us connected and online. We know of one special gland within our body that we will venture to now as we move from our heart space up our throat And behind our eyeballs, at the center of our head, as our superconscious self, we see it now. And it looks more like a staircase. Yes. We are now viewing our pineal gland from a microscopic vantage, as it appears to be a vast and curvy, mountainous landscape. Indeed, we are entering the questing world. There are stone stairs that wind up around, and it is a beautiful landscape, lush and growing. We can hear birds singing. The air is clean, the temperature perfect, and the sun is upgrading everything it touches in this magical space. We can feel the ascensive, supportive energy being funneled through straight from Creator, upgrading our DNA. And as we continue to wind around the spiral, we realize it is the sacred shape. It is the golden mean. As we wind around the sacred spiral, we come to a grand doorway. The doorway that is ours, that we can command open. With a wave of your hand, the doors open gently, and we are met with a strong sense of familiarity. This is our home. We are welcome. This is where we dwell and belong. And within this place, we know there is ancient wisdom. We walk in confidently, and with the knowing that we are about to upgrade on all levels. The gratitude we have for this moment in this time-space reality continues to permeate out from our heart space, further sanctifying this temple. As we walk in, we are met with the most beautiful fountain, bubbling over with gorgeous spring water. The water is so clear and so inviting that we dip our hands into it. As we do, we realize this water is special. It is between liquid and gel and air state. Some of it floats, some of it is wet, some of it is in between air and water. More like the water you see at zero gravity. Weightless and floating, you touch droplets as they hover in front of you, suspended in time. They break apart and join again with others. You have fun molding them, joining them with others, holding onto them, then dispersing them. As you explore this beautiful fountain, something is shining in the middle. What is it? You place your hand where the light is coming from, and you see it is a beautiful crystal at the center. It is in the shape of a pea, a little bit odd irregular, not completely spherical. It is your pineal gland. It seems to be a little bit dehydrated, and so you lovingly instruct the sacred water in the fountain to plump it up. You do so with your mind, and it obliges. Yes, the water is at your command. Your pineal gland soaks in the blessed water and gently detoxes anything that is affecting the communication that you have to the infinite with this beautiful, beautiful gland. Being hydrated now, it is able to see as an eye would when at the precise curvature needed to see fully. And we notice as we place the crystal pineal gland back into the center of the fountain, that the water molecules in the fountain begin to act rather strangely, or perhaps as they should. You see the energetics of all the hydrogen molecules linking hands, linking hands, linking hands, forming exquisite sacred geometry, this sacred geometric mapping begins to turn everything into a wireless frequency, an adapter, a receiver. You are now able to, through this water, unlock and tap into any information, both known and unknown, both seen and unseen. The chain reaction which is occurring in the water is also upgrading your DNA mapping. The energetics of the water permeates through all cells and is fractalizing this upgrade now inside each and every molecule. This mapping allows you to see clearly your potent purpose, to receive intuitive knowings, to achieve heightened states of awareness, to be able to see the dots moving forward rather than only when looking back. You become an alchemist, superconscious awareness, limitlessness. Receive the activation now. As your conscious self views your pineal gland from this vantage, you feel empowered. You feel loved. You feel safe. You feel limitless. Like today is the first day of a grand adventure upon which, when you embark, you will grow into the fullness you came here to be. You close your eyes in the questing world, and you see clearly the fractal, the Russian nesting doll reality you within you within you, expanding out into the farthest reaches, and all the timelines that you may desire laid out before you as pathways, options. Where do you want to go? What do you want to be? What do you want to achieve in this life? With full awareness now, optimized pineal gland. The sky is not the limit, it is the portal to more. You may return to this sacred temple whenever you like. You may play in the beautiful water that is neither liquid, neither solid, neither mist, neither gel, and yet all things all at once, knowing that you can infuse upon and within the molecular structure of this sacred water any upgrades you desire through the wormholes of your connectivity to the all. And as you do, they will transpose into the molecular structure of your blessed cellular network. All processes being upgraded, all systems remaining online, activated, engaged, and in complete homeostasis. Feeling the life force prana in ways you've never felt before as your energetic mapping has just been upgraded. Each cell has been optimized, and sacred geometry allows you now to be a beacon for any information in the universe. You are one with it. You can access it now. So as I count forward from 1 to 10, we will merge back in to our physical bodies in the space, time that we began with on this journey. You feel renewed, 1, balanced, 2, aware, 3, grateful, 4, infinite, 5, capable, 6, confident, 7, inspired, 8, ready, 9, divine, 10. Wiggle your toes, feel your body in its upgraded form and function, fully online and connected always to infinite intelligence and limitless expansion. Placing both hands on your heart and taking one breath of gratitude. When you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome to your best life.
Wow, how was that? Incredible, right? I actually had the most amazing experience. I started bawling. Masaru Emoto came to me and he didn't say anything except for thank you. And he was holding out his hands and he was looking at me and he was saying thank you. Wow, it was very, very emotional. Oh my gosh. So I hope you enjoyed yourself, guys. I hope you feel renewed. I hope you feel like this is the beginning of something very special for you. And I encourage you all to dive into more information, sanctify your water, and go to waterbendingrocks.com. You're going to get the autographed copy of my bestseller, my book that is going to revolutionize. This is first edition, guys. So when it sells out, it sells out. The first 50 will also get access to a week's worth of Rainbow Tribe content. Of course, you're going to get the Waterbending Rocks and all the digital training and the access to the journeys, high-res audios, and the video that I played today. So head on over there. I love to answer your questions, and I'm going to be going through the live video later to just acknowledge each and every one of you who's participated in this huge event. Share it. Invite people to the Assisting Frequency group. If you're listening to this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Share it with people. I think together we can make massive changes on the planet. I love this image. It's what we're doing, guys. We're returning to the memory of wholeness, and each of us has a sacred space in this tribe of awakened, aware alchemists who are ready to create the worlds we desire versus the world full of fear and distraction and separation. So much love to you and yours. Thank you again for joining me today. Bless you, and we'll talk soon, okay? This will be in replay. Love you guys. Bye for now.